we're here at Jellystone Park Delaware Beaches. You know, not the most exciting thing to open with, but it will be exciting. This is the staging area for their safari tents that they're putting in, and I'm with a very informational partner.
Hi, guys.
It's Brian Fikes, the general manager. Got your title correct?
Yes, it is. I'm referred colloquially as Ranger Bryan.
Ranger Bryan. So there's the bus. Is it in use now?
Well, with gas prices being the way they are, we haven't really started scheduling stuff yet. And
Okay.
Our demand hasn't been high enough. So until we had enough guests in the park to fill it, we haven't been using it. So probably towards the end of this month and in July and August, we'll be running trips to the beach and stuff like that.
Well, that's excellent.
Adult trips to the local casino,
Yes.
things like that.
You know, first time we were down here was about 18 months ago, February of last year, and they were kind enough to give us a tour of the park and all the changes that were going on then, but it looks like night and day already.
Kelly and her crew is here every Saturday with fresh produce and flowers.
Good morning!
Come see Walter's Produce.
Golf carts, we had those when you were here
Yeah,
last, I believe.
yeah, those were brand new.
We've increased our inventory
year.
to 65 though, so we have
Wow.
plenty. This weekend we've got plenty left over, but
Let's say that's a pretty good cart to site ratio.
yeah, those are our premier cabins. They're built by a company called Great Outdoors Cottages.
We're going to hopefully get a chance to get in one of those later, and I'll probably drop that in right here when we do get the chance. We're here with Ranger Bryan. We're going to check out one of the, we'll still call them brand new, premier cabins here at Jellystone Delaware Beaches. We'll take a walk inside. This is a screened-in porch. You see a little bit of furniture here. And we're overlooking out towards the splash pad, pool, jump pad over there, and the activity field.
Soon to be laser tag as well.
That's right. Soon to be laser tag at the end of the field here. Wow. That is gorgeous in here. All right, here's the living room in the premier cabin. We've got the sectional with a full pull-out sofa there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Swing around a little bit. Small dining area with the TV up top. And you got essentially a full kitchen here. There is no oven, but you've got the 2-burner cooktop, microwave up top. Got your sink here. Pretty good depth, which is always good, especially if you're cleaning off grill supplies and things like that. You got your full fridge. And then we'll go through the cabinets here. Dishes and bowls in there. You got your stemware, mugs, pitcher up top, the wine glasses, of course.
Yeah, Phil asked me
Oh, your
about
silverware there.
corkscrews. There's supposed to be a corkscrew in here. I'll get one of those in. Before you guys come visit, I'll make sure there's corkscrew in here.
Just in case you want to use the wine glasses for their intended purpose. There's your pots and pans, measuring cup there. We'll do the quick check. There we go. Some cooking utensils. Very nice, easy slide. I love that brand new stuff. There's no hitch. Cutting board there.
And no slamming. They
Yeah.
slowly close to themselves. Just
Another drawer there, some storage. You got storage under the sink. They really are nice clothes. And what do we got? Anything over here?
Toaster.
Toaster. Yes, you got toaster there. Oh, which then begs the question: coffee maker.
I just noticed that it wasn't in here. We'll have one of those.
Okay, so let's do the bathroom first. We've got it's sort of a narrow layout, but again, it's good use of space. You're going to see that all over this cabin. So up top here, sink and vanity, and again, storage underneath. Wow, that's terrific. So some cabins you might stay in, if they've just got that that sort of pedestal sink and maybe a tiny medicine cabinet or no medicine cabinet at all. I don't know if you've ever done this before. You're just trying to jam all of your bathroom supplies around that sink, or you just have to keep them in a bag, but not so here because you can put them all underneath. Shower. Get the glass shower walk-through. Very nice stand-up shower. Toilet there. And this is a 2-bedroom cabin, so we'll walk in what would be considered the master here. We got a bed in the middle here. And these are sort of the little neat tricks and use of space that I love about this cabin. You're going to see these little fold-down side shelves. So there's obviously not enough space in here to put a full nightstand unless you put it in a smaller bed. So instead, you've got these little shelves on the side with outlets right up top, including USB outlets in them. So plug phones and anything like that, you don't need to bring an extension cord or stretch your cord across your sleeping partner or anything like that. So more outlets. There's plenty of outlets in here. Another one here. You got a small closet here. You can hang a few things up top. TV as well. And then a dresser. So again, you can put your stuff away. That's one of the challenges sometimes of staying in a cabin. Sometimes there's not a lot of place to actually unpack, and so you're sort of living out of a bag or a suitcase, which some people, myself included, are not huge fans of. So it's always nice to be able to put your things actually away. And the second bedroom, oh, there he is. This is obviously intended, well, I mean, not just for kids, but certainly it's probably the target audience. You got the single bed, the double bunk on one side, and then one bunk up top over here, and then underneath, oh, I gotta love this space. We've got this little desk space. And so you got the little desk space under here, and you can see the little outlets above on the desk.
And then this has a really cool feature. Hi, Lakeisha.
Hello.
Oh, right.
Really cool feature.
Yeah.
These actually fold up. I'm not going to go all the way because they are made up. I wanted to make it pretty for you guys in here. We don't provide linen, so we brought these in just to make sure it looked good. So you guys can actually see what it looks like.
Yeah, so when those fold up, you have a lot more space, correct? So if you do have just, one person sleeping in here, for example, you could just fold that out of the way. In fact, for us, now that I think about it, and we're a family with a soon-to-be 9-year-old and a 6-month-old, we would probably keep this folded up, and we could probably make her sleep with her sister and put the pack and play right here on the floor.
I was going to say, that's kind of one of the reasons we did that, so you put a pack and play over there. And then the bottoms of these bunks and the wall, those are all dry erase boards.
Oh, that's right. I remember that when you guys showed that off.
Yep.
Yeah, so they can just go ahead and basically scribble on the wall as long as it's the right wall.
Yeah, we're drawing this one, not those, because those are regular drywall.
Yes.
It won't come off.
Well, there it is, the premier cabin here at Jellystone Delaware Beaches. And how many of these do you guys have now?
20.
20.
And soon we'll have 25.
Wow.
We have 5 more delivered this week that we're getting ready to set up and make available. So
25. And what you're calling the legacy cabins, the other 3 type of cabins, how many?
You have 22 altogether of the legacy cabins.
So these coming in have more than double the amount of cabins
That's
in
right.
this park.
Yep.
So wow, it's extraordinary.
And we also have 2 new accessible premieres as well.
Oh, on top of the 25.
Yep, we'll go look at that
27,
next.
right. Perfect, okay. So it really changes the look of this park because it used to be able to walk down these lanes and you just sort of see the open field with the, even the splash pad there is relatively new last year. And now with these cabins here, there's more of a sense of permanence, I feel like. It's kind of rings the that activity field.
Mm-hmm. Peeking through between the cabins, we'll go over there in a minute, but we have our new jump pad.
Yeah.
And we have a roof for it too. We just haven't installed it. We've had some wind events lately. So those are our new premier accessible cabins. We had 1 accessible cabin before, so with these additions, we now have 3 accessible cabins.
Oh. And we're going to take a look inside one of the accessible premier cabins. Obviously, these are at the end of the row of the premieres that we were just in. So you can see there off in the distance the splash pad and everything at the front of the park. There's the ramp to come up if you have a wheelchair or other mobility issues. Come on up that ramp there. And we will take a look inside. So similar here, you can already see a couple differences. You've got the smaller sofa here, so there's more space on the floor. And we still have the dining table up top and the TV above it. Kitchen has that space underneath.
The countertops are lowered and the cabinets are lowered in here.
Perfect. We're not going to go through all the cabinets because it's probably all the same stuff that was in the other one. Mm-hmm. And so a little different here. We've got the bunks, just 2 bunks out in the hallway, and you'll see why we get in the bathroom in here in a minute. The bathroom, since it's accessible, they can't use that sort of narrow layout that's in the regular premier cabin. But nice, large, accessible shower. The window up top. I didn't point these out in the other one, but some nice hooks here in the bathroom. And the accessible, with a chair there too. That's lovely.
Can get some better lighting.
Better lighting for sure. And even with the accessible, with the space underneath, we've got some storage space here by doing the shelving next to the mirror on top of the vanity instead of underneath. Looks a little slightly different than the other one. We got the 1 shelf on the side and a little bit of more sort of open space here in the hooks. The hooks are lower. I think, well, are they lower or are they the same height? Just
They are lower
coincidence.
in
They are lower.
by
in here.
about 3 inches.
Okay. It's strange that I noticed the 3-inch difference. TV in here, and then still with a little bit. It's just a little bit different layout. Still have the little closet, just as the other Premier has. So really gorgeous cabins.
So regular premieres came online April 1st when we opened.
Okay.
We've staggered. We had some available right at opening. We've staggered a few. These came online about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so still brand new.
And these are built locally. These are being built by a company called Great Outdoor Cottages in Georgetown, Delaware. So these only traveled about 20 miles from the factory.
Yeah, these are just great use of space. I mean, they're large by cabin standards, but they're not gigantic. But the space is really well used. Yeah, so all the modern amenities, but you're still camping. It still counts. That's what I always tell myself.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. There's the Premier cabins at Jellystone, Delaware Beaches.
Perfect. And also new this year, we never allowed pets in the cabins before. We've actually, pretty much every cabin now you can bring pets if you want. There are some designated pet-free ones for those who have allergies and stuff. But yeah, we've got...
Well, that is an interesting approach. That's kind of the opposite of what most of the other parks do, where they have a handful of pet-friendly.
So we have just paved these roads over the winter.
Yes.
And you'll notice...
I should have brought that up.
My speed bumps are moved out of the way right there. We have them kind of scattered around.
You could
right
not
now.
speed into your sight.
The best location of where they are to keep the place safe. We noticed that after we paved the roads, people picked up their speed. So we're working on keeping the speed down in here.
And this is it's 100% paved now, correct? There's nothing to drive or bike on that is not paved.
That's
well,
right.
you can bike on grass, but
the sites aren't paved, but yeah, all of the roads. And coming up on a construction project, you can see these empty platforms over here. Those are actually our safari tent bases, and we are literally building one today. Our first one is going up as
look at that. We're going to take a look at the safari tents, right?
So we just started building these 2 days ago. So this has gone up in 2 days. So I'm going to walk you through it so you can kind of see what's going on. So entering, these flaps will normally be down, and there's a door right here.
Okay. So this is all deck out here.
Yeah, all outside.
Wow.
And there'll be a picnic table here and a couple chairs.
That's awesome.
Here's your sink for your kitchen. So this is your kitchen area.
Okay.
And there'll be a 2-burner electric range, and then your sink, and then counter space and cabinetry. And there'll be, I think they're putting cabinets over the wall too.
Okay.
Somewhere on this wall goes the air conditioner as well. There's an air conditioner blower on this side, and then one on this side to keep the air. So these will be air conditioned as well.
Perfect.
You'll have a futon here that's full size when folded out, and a little coffee table. And then in here, you'll have a twin over twin bunk. And here's your restroom and your shower. So
that's a beautiful shower.
There'll be a sink here, and then the necessary will be right there. And then here's the cool thing. I'm 6'2".
Oh, here we go. Wow.
And there's a rainfall shower right here. So when I rent RVs or cabins, like I went to Kerrville, Texas in January, and I stayed in one of their cabins. I took my showers like this.
I think anyone even close to 6 feet tall has probably dealt with at least
Yeah.
one cabin shower like that.
The one at Kerrville, I love that campground, by the way. The one at Kerrville, they actually cut the ceiling out and put like a dome so that you could stand up inside. It was hilarious. So. And then in here will be a queen size bed.
Okay.
And this room will have its own air conditioning register and a sliding door to close as well.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the fourth. There's one more. Oh, 6. Is it 6?
6 altogether.
6 altogether. Okay, I thought it was 5. Perfect. All right, those are the safari tents. Well, under construction. You can see there.
You can see I'm 6'2". You can see how tall the ceiling is.
Yeah, that deck is wonderful. You think about it. You know, obviously, it's a tent, so you're not screened on the deck, but the space and then the cover. So if you get a few sprinkles, or I mean, it's got to be blowing in for it to be an issue. Otherwise, you can sit out and just enjoy a nice little shower if it is raining.
So you can see these asphalt pads are taped off. We just had those paved this week, so there's adequate parking for the cabins. We noticed people we're always reacting to the way people camp. And we noticed that people were reluctant to park on the dirt, so we came back and we paved them. And we're going to put sidewalks in from the pavement to the steps too. And
I noticed in the front, you know, that these cabins were facing toward the splash pad and the activity field. And back here, they're also facing to what some people would call the back. But there's is that a drainage pond back there?
It's a stormwater retention pond.
Stormwater, okay.
But we do have fish in there. I had a kid catch a catfish in there yesterday. I didn't know there were catfish in there at all. So these are 4 extra bathhouses in the back here. So the bathhouse up front is, the large community bathhouse style that everybody has. These are more private. The one on the end is fully accessible, so it has the ramp to get to the door. The one in the middle is also accessible, but not with a ramp, so it's got a little more room. If someone doesn't need the ramp for mobility, they can still have the space and the grab bars and everything. And then the two that face the front are just standard.
We are right outside the, well, relatively new. They were new, I think, at the end of the fall. Comfort stations at the back of this park. The ones at the front are your typical kind of wide open group comfort stations, you know, separate changing area and each shower and stuff, but, you know, more like your typical sort of locker room style. These are the more private family style type ones. We'll just step inside one and check them out. These are a little bit different than the ones that are the sort of family style at Quarryville and Williamsport. Take a look in here. There's your toilet as you come in. Air conditioner up there. Oh, tight little space, sort of, but there's plenty. It's kind of like a bathroom in a cabin would be. And then your shower stall, top to bottom. So not quite as large as the ones at Quarryville and Williamsport. You couldn't necessarily fit a large family in here all at once, but certainly have that privacy aspect. Kind of curious. We'll step around. I think there's 4 in total. And I can see the door for one here on the other side. And then there's the doors on the end. So there's a door on each end, so there's probably a bathroom on each side. Yep. Oh, this one's accessible. So this one layout a little bit different and actually more friendly for somebody with littles. You got that open floor space if you're in here with a couple little kids, and then the accessible shower stall.
And then this grassy area is an expansion area. We're going to be putting tent sites here. So we'll have more. Like I said, we only have 3 tent sites right now. So we're trying to find places to add more tent sites. But like I said, if you want to put a tent on an RV site, we're good with that too. I'm actually going to go down this lane real quick because we get
Sure. Oh, there's some cabins here in the middle.
Yep,
I did not know this.
We just got these this week. These will be great for people watching because the porches face
absolutely.
the road. You'll be able to sit on the porch in the screened-in area and watch people drive by. And we'll do like the parades and the hay rides and stuff. We'll definitely go down this road. And every one of these legacy cabins, we put brand new mattresses in it.
Oh,
they're about 12 years old, and
yeah,
I slept in them a couple times and I wasn't comfortable, so we put new mattresses in all of them. I stay here a lot just to make sure that the guest experience is something that I would like.
It's the brand new jump pad here at Jellystone Delaware Beaches. They put this in, I think in the spring, late spring. It came, obviously, technically it's still spring, early June, but we think of this as summer now. They do have a covering for it. They haven't been able to get it up yet. They've had some windy days when they were planning to put it up. So, but that'll be here soon. You see those new cabins all along the front side where we are right now. And right behind us, this is a dog run, and this has changed since we were here in October. They put in new fencing. It used to just be kind of plain black fencing, if I remember right. And it's now about double the size that it was before. So I'll tell you, this looks entirely different.
And in a few weeks, that far end down there will have laser tag.
The far end of the field there?
Yep.
Now, will that be sectioned off with some obstacles? And
we have, I've actually contracted with a paintball company. They're building the obstacles specifically for us.
Wow.
The materials they usually use for paintball are not, they don't block the laser tag beams. So they're recreating them with a material that blocks the laser tag beams so you can hide behind them.
Wow.
So they're taking a little bit of time instead of making them from scratch.
They're basically custom.
Yes, they are custom. Yep.
Perfect.
And they're inflatable, so if you run into them, you don't get hurt. We're going to start, everybody does candy bar bingo. Here in a few weeks, we're going to do meat bingo.
Meat bingo.
Meat bingo. Now, bingo, here's your 5 pounds of brisket, sir.
Wow.
So there'll be a charge for that.
We're about to walk inside the pool and splash zone here at Jellystone Delaware Beaches. You can see the pool hours posted right here. The splash pad opened at 11, so that opens a little bit later, but you can see the pool hours there. And I think the splash pad closes an hour earlier. We'll walk through here to the pool. Now, this pool has been here for however long years. The fencing was different. The splash pad was new last year. Straight ahead of us. Some nice pool you can see on this side. Brand new cabins ringing the activity field. And we will walk over into the splash pad. Again, opened less than a year ago. We were here when it was first being built. You can see the big water dumping bucket up top. And some play areas there. Little water guns. Jump through the hoops. And dueling water slides, blue and yellow, coming down. It's a decent sized water slide. Not really one of those little baby slides and not one of those big thrill slides. Just sort of 2 standard type water slides. Woo! Woo! You won. Here inside the registration and camp store here at Jellystone Delaware Beaches. Go through some of the items they have available for sale here. We're going to start in the back corner. This actually used to be, they've rearranged in here. This used to be some of the apparel, and they've moved some more of the just sort of odds and ends. You got some pet supplies here, some RV decor, some of those flags people put out outside of their RVs or cabin sites. We've got one that we put out when we cabin camp. Some sand toys, water toys. There's your personal essentials. That's a nice way of putting it. Aloe, and that's in case you don't buy the sunscreen, then you need the aloe. Sanitizer, peroxide, a lot of first aid type items. RV accessories over here. Some sandals for sale. More sandals this way. Some more general camping supplies. Still campfire colors, throw them in and have the fun colors in the campfire. We'll go around here and take a look at t-shirts and other Jellystone branded items. Actually, first we got a little bit of some toys and games here on this wall. So one thing I love about coming into Jellystone Park camp stores is there are so many different logos and designs they put on shirts, and some of them that I only see in one place. Now obviously this one down here is specific Jellystone Park Delaware Beaches, sure, right? But I'm talking more of just the general logos. Like you've got your cartoon based yogi designs, typical, sort of fun, colorful, but then you get some more that are a little bit more understated. Obviously tie-dye not so much understated, but the logo itself. So this one here, sort of this vintage retro look. Logo Jellystone Park. It's a blue shirt with yogi on it there. Oh, another one with that tie-dye look, but a darker blue color pattern. Here's one with an RV on it. And now some of these, now that the weather's warmer, we've got, see, I'm not surprised. So these are 30% off. We got the hoodies and fleeces and things from the colder weather seasons, early spring or fall seasons. There's some of those tie-dye designs over here. This is a basic just Jellystone Park across the front. So again, if you're an adult, or frankly, the adults probably don't mind the cartoon so much. This is more the older teens, right? Don't want to wear the cartoon bear on their shirts. So that one's super cute. It's more fun at Jellystone Park. Some cup koozies through here. This tote bag I've actually seen at several locations. Pretty fun with the Jellystone Park all over it. Another one down here. A few different totes and beach bags. All the different stuffies that Abby now has a complete collection of, so I'm sure we'll just start repeating as we go to different parks. This is the 4th time we've been down here. Now the first time was in February of last year before they even opened for the season. Things were still being changed under new ownership. It's actually why they asked us to come down. All the things they had planned. That was the time we actually learned about the splash pad coming in. They couldn't publicly announce it yet, but the plans were underway. That opened last summer. Pink shirt, Jellystone Park, always fun. Delaware Beaches, that's lovely. Marshmallows and skewers, if you forget those, don't worry, you can always buy that at the camp store. And of course we've got some candies and treats over here. A whole wall full of magnets. Actually, a door full of magnets right there. And some basic grocery supplies in the cooler. And a whole row of drinks. Come down, grab a soda. Some juices. And of course, you got all your ice cream novelties over here in the corner. And then some more food essentials. You got peanut butter, some cereal, canned goods, the old Jiffy Pop. If you want to make popcorn on the fire. Now, the interesting thing here, they do not have at least currently, a permanent snack bar, but they do bring in food trucks almost every weekend. They've got one outside right now. So this is the food truck for this weekend, Uncle Bernie's Steak Shack. I'm going to try to speak really loud here over the generator they got going. On the menu, they've got a cheesesteak, chicken cheesesteak, roast beef fries, chicken tenders, mozzarella sticks, hot dog, a couple other things. So good choice for this weekend. Again, this changes. They have different food trucks down here all the time. This is not a permanent thing, but it's kind of cool because depending on what weekend you come, we'll have something different. So if you come here a lot, instead of eating the same old snack bar food, you'll get something different every time you come down. This is basically a mobile bar. This is an outside company called The Alcoholer, but they're here quite often. A traveling bar experience. We'll walk over to the menu. We've got all your cocktails. Actually, you know, honestly, given that you're getting this at a campground, fresh, right near the pool area, those are fairly reasonable prices. So I'll probably grab one of those later.
And you guys that are watching this video, come here and have fun. Go to any Jellystone, but specifically this one.
Specifically here.
Yeah,
yes.
specifically.
Okay.